I am currently really struggling to understand the universe's plan for me. It's like I have so many wonderful things that I can share with somebody else. And it seems like whenever I even get the tiniest glimpse of hope, just the tiniest, it immediately disappears. Like, oh, I went on a second date with somebody else and connected with them, and I want to try to pursue that. You were great, though. You were great. But I was just second in line, I guess.
Ma'am, I can tell you one thing for sure. The universe doesn't care about you. It's not the universe's fault. It's your fault.
And every time I say, that's okay, because what's meant for me will find me. I truly believe that. But it's really hard to continue to stay hopeful and positive when just nothing works out.
I just came to the realization that, like, if you're 40 years old, you're fucked. Like, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my god. Sorry, I woke up like really emotional because I was married for, oh my god, I need to stop. I was married for over 20 years, and like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly, and then it's just like, oh, I found better, you know?
The wall, no man on earth can make you fall.
That's amazing. I've never seen a beaver take 2 carrots at once.
Put a finger down if you've lost 275 pounds and your whole life you thought that being fat was the reason that you could never find love. But now that you are skinny and pretty, you still can't find anyone.
It's Christmas Eve. I'm a little bit drunk. I think I'm getting engaged tomorrow.
And he's gone 17-11.
Nope.
Spend New Year's Day with me is a single 38-year-old cat lady.
I'm just a 25-year-old who happened to be born in 1985, and people keep telling me I'm going to be turning 40 this year. Like, stop.
What was the moment you realized that you're not as hot as you think you are? I'll go first. For me, it was when my boyfriend at the time said, I don't think you're pretty, but I like that you're funny looking.
So I was 43. I went to the GP. She takes off her glasses when I say, oh, can I have some fertility tests? We've been trying for a year. It's not worked. She said, do you know how old you are? I was like, yeah, of course I know how old I am. She said, well, it's not going to work unless you have IVF.
I am 37, and I have definitely struggled in the dating world. You know, I haven't been in a long-term relationship in quite some time, about 5 or so years. Definitely shorter-term relationships I've gone on and off with, 3 months here, 4 months here, 5 months there. This last one really just bummed me out, as I really thought, you know, we tried twice that. Anyways, beside the point, you know, I want to make the point, like, I've been in therapy for years. I truly like love myself. So I really don't want people being like, work on yourself and like become like, love yourself. Like, I'm very hyper independent. I grew up an only child primarily. I had to learn to love being by myself and loving who I am. I love to solo travel. It's liberating.
That's why you're still single, ma'am. Because of therapy and because you are very independent and you like being alone.
Sidebar, if you haven't done it, I highly recommend anyone do it. I have the most great friend support system in the world. But at the end of the day, and I want to just be content being single, but at the end of the day, I yearn for a companion. I yearn for a romantic partner. And there's times where I'm like, oh, I got to get to that point where I just don't, it's just not on my mind, where I accept like this could be is, and be okay with everything else in my environment that is positive. But I'd be lying to myself, because I truly, it's the puzzle, the piece of the puzzle that's missing for me. And I yearn for it.
I am single at 31. And that is definitely not something I ever thought I would be saying. When I was younger,
just wait till you're 40, ma'am.
That I would be married with kids, I'd have my house. at 31, and instead my partner of 4 years and I have decided to go separate ways. I have moved back to Sydney in with my parents, semi-treated like a 14-year-old, like they forgot that well, at least my mum has forgotten that I know how to live. And honestly, it feels embarrassing. You know, the first thing I think of is being 31 and so many of my friends are in happy relationships with kids, they're engaged, they're married, and I'm like...
This is a huge reason why men left foreign women. Foreign women, unlike Western women, are actually taught from a young age on how to treat men properly. Western culture, women are raised with entitlement, and they're only taught on what to expect from men, not on how they should treat men.
Yes, I get a lot of comments like this, especially from women. Oh, but you do realize that women in other country only want you for your money. Yeah, ma'am, it's the same in Western countries. All women expect from you as a man to provide and protect. But women in the East know how to treat a man, know how to respect a man, know how to bring peace to a man, know how to not be argumentative all the time and trust a man. That's the difference. We know that all women are after our money.
Men are only taught on how to treat women, but not on what they should expect in return from women.
I'm the youngest of 4, right? And I'm the single one. I've always been the single one. So every Christmas for 27 years, always been the one to be asked, when you get a boyfriend, Millie, what's your love life like? Any guys on the scene? Honestly, this year, it's taken its toll. It's gone too far.
Typically, when a woman would come in to the matchmaking agency, she would say, I want a man who is older than me. So my age or older. You know what the man would say? The man would say, I want a woman who is 1/2 my age plus 7. Now, he wouldn't say that exactly, but that was the matchmaker number. So you think about that. So if
my God.
If you are a 50-year-old
So it's
man,
hopeless.
Yeah. but think about that. If you're a 50-year-old man, 1/2, 25, plus 7, 32.
Right.
Does a 50-year-old man want a 32-year-old woman? Definitely. On average.
Yes, I mean, yes. I've seen that happen in my circle of friends. Yes.
Yeah.
How funny.
It's not funny, ma'am. It's biology. It's just that social media has programmed you to believe that men want women their age. But that's not true.
I've just entered my 10th year of being single, which is kind of crazy to believe. Last time I was in a relationship, I was 27, and I'm 37, about to be 38 in a couple months. And yes, I've had some situationships, dating, and things like that in the last 10 years, just nothing that has turned into a real relationship.
It is a really tough time to be single right now. Like 25, 50 years ago, you'd meet someone who lived in a 1 to 5 mile radius from your home.
True.
You wouldn't even be thinking about having a long distance relationship in the same way. Whereas today, you're meeting anyone and everyone all across the world. You have an app that connects you to anyone in that location and area, wherever you just got off a plane. So there is complexity. There's more choice now. There's the paradox of choice of, well, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And if this doesn't work out, there's so many more people and other people that are thinking about you, and you're worried about that.
Yeah, guys, it's based on a simple principle that they have too many choices. Just think about it. You go into a candy shop to buy some candy. If there are only 3 flavors, only 3 types of candy, it's easy to choose. But if there are over 1,000 types of candy, you will be there for an hour and you will still not decide what kind of candy you want.
So you guys, I've just never really understood this idea that if you ask for something that you need from your husband and then he gives it to you, that it just doesn't mean as much as if you didn't have to ask. I mean, I get that you want your spouse to read your mind, and I get why that would be so gratifying to not have to ask because of whatever negative meaning that we give around asking for things. But I actually think the opposite is true. I think that if we ask something of them and then they do it, that means they're hearing you and they're receiving influence from you. And receiving influence is one of the biggest predictors of marital success. So ladies and wives, I think we need to reframe this. Asking and then receiving is a beautiful thing.
Tell me why guys think it's okay to do this while dating nowadays. I feel like every guy is just very okay with becoming a pen pal. Like, I'm sorry, do you want to send me a telegram? Like, what's going on here? Why are we literally texting for 3 weeks and never meeting up?
Because he has someone better that he's smashing. That's why he doesn't need sex from you. That's why he's content just writing to you. It's so easy. Just think about it logically, and it will all make sense.
We women have to be honest with ourselves about a few things, which is, right now, women, if you make a certain amount of money, we do not date men that do not make the same amount of money or more than us. Women on average actually do not want to. And so we have this conundrum where if women are making more, men are making the same, and in some instances less, what happens to the dating pool? And so I think women, if we're going to make more money, we got to start saying, it doesn't really matter if our partner makes the same amount of money. I mean, Chris, my husband, was a Navy SEAL. Spoiler, the government doesn't pay well. But I think that's where women get it wrong. We're like, he doesn't want to date me because I'm too rich. I have never in my life met a guy that goes, the thing is, she's got too much cash. Fuck that broad. Like, that doesn't happen. You know, what happens is I feel less than with her because she makes so much money.
This may just be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like as a society, we are kind of fizzling away from the boss babe culture.
Not yet, ma'am, but I think this will happen in a few years because men are getting tired.
Like, I feel like a lot of my friends are just models that I've worked with in the past or colleagues and things like that. They're just like, girl, I just don't want to work anymore. Like, they're moving out of the big cities. They're kind of settling down at a very young age. Like, I'm talking early 20s. They're like, I'm done. I don't want to work. I just want to be married. I just want to be a wife.
Yeah. They took advantage of their age and their beauty, and they found a guy that has money, that looks good, and that wants to marry them. Instead of riding the carousel and going to parties and having hot girl summers. Yeah, good for them.
And let me tell you, when I was in high school growing up, for like my entire life, the short life that I have lived, everybody was telling me, Savannah, you need to go get a college degree. You'd be great as a lawyer or a politician or a doctor, like just things, just bigger careers, because I am a passionate person. They would always tell me to have a big career like that. And I always thought that I would be doing something like that. And then I got married at 18. And when you marry somebody who provides for you and is very masculine, and you can just turn your brain off around them, it changes your entire mindset. Like, I don't even know the girl from 2 years ago that wanted a career so badly and was such a hustler. Not saying that I'm not a hard worker anymore and that I'm not driven, but when you get married to somebody who does all the thinking for you, it is so nice.
A list of things that my wife has said to me that I could never possibly say to her. Okay. Never in a million years say to her.
You made a list?
I made a list.
Okay.
It's on my phone.
If you can't say those things to her, my guy, why are you married? Who's the man of the household? Because it's not you, my guy.
I don't say anything bad.
Okay. Are you really going to wear that?
Well, okay.
Yeah, my guy, because you have a shirt with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, she's right.
That one comes out often. Wow, that's a lot of food. In that same tone too. That's a lot of food.
Because sometimes you put so much on your plate and I know you're not going to eat it all and then it goes to waste.
Does it go to waste? Does it go to waste? You smell like you need a shower. I shower daily.
I know.
Okay, it's okay. Are you stupid?
You actually, the other day, I have my notebook.
If I ever said that.
No, but you're in these.
Yeah, my guy, it's your fault. How can your wife say that? Are you stupid? I've never had a girlfriend say that to me ever. How?
I would be destroyed.
These need context to them.
Oh, this is she sings this song when she refers to me, how I am as a person. He's a bit of a fixer-upper. That's what she says to me. Yep, that's how she sings about me. And then, when we talk about our daughter and how, you know, we made our daughter, she says, you only did 2 minutes worth of work. Only did 2 minutes worth of work. Yeah.
I really don't know if they're just joking with each other and that's how they talk, or she's serious and this is how she talks to him.
I mean, I've helped raise her ever since. But yeah, there's just the 2 minutes worth of work. That's all I got. 2 minutes, yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, this is my favorite.
You have more?
Yeah, I have more. This is what she has said to me on more than one occasion. And actually one of the first things she said to me when we started dating. If you ever shit your pants, I will leave you. Right then and there.
My guy, I don't know if this is a skit or not, but from my perspective, she doesn't respect you.
Okay, I don't know how I haven't made this video before, but I'm gonna list some things that guys do that gives me the ick. Some you'll probably be like, oh yeah, duh. Others, it's probably just me. One of the biggest icks for me is when a guy is too into social media. And listen, I know this is totally hypocritical because I'm very into social media, but it's
Yeah, I get it. But if I say this about women, they will just call me a misogynist. Oh, you're insecure. You can't handle a woman that has Instagram. No, ma'am. See, women want that too from a man. So why can't we want the same from a woman?
one of those things that I feel like it's for the girls, you know? If a guy is posting too much or just like too into himself, it's just, I don't know.
So it's okay for women to be narcissists, but a guy can't be narcissist. Okay, I got it.
Just does not hit for me. Selfies at all. God forbid it's on their grid. That is the most insane thing to me. There's this guy I know that...
But you can make selfies like this each day. But you can do selfies like that. It's okay because you think you're hot. But a guy can't make selfies. Okay, I get it.
I kind of dated and I was so into him. I mean, I was like somewhat into him. And then I saw his Instagram and he had all of these like really close-up selfies. And then he would post regularly if he was at an event or something. He would post like a very serious selfie and then the event... it just gave me the ick. I feel like I don't even post that many selfies. Guys that do boys trips. If you are a grown man and you are going on giant 8 to 10 plus people boys trips to Mykonos or Cabo or wherever, we don't have anything in common. Like that's just
But women and their friends can go. See guys, these are double standards and I don't agree with her, so we're going to just skip this video because this is stupid.
It's 2024. Men and women are single for two very different reasons. Yes, they are. And a lot of people are still not connecting the dots on that one. See, because a lot of the guys like to come into the comment sections and they like to tell the girlies, this is why you're single. This is why nobody's going to pick you. I don't want to be picked by you. How about that? Like maybe none of us want to be picked by you. Maybe there's that. Women are single because they have elevated and they have created a standard of living and they've gained some self-confidence, some self-worth, and they just know that they should also be receiving in relationships. So
it's funny that she says that because women now are more depressed than ever. Women now are more promiscuous than ever. So if you're so happy and content, how come that studies show that there are more women now than ever before that are on antidepressants? How come? How come there are so many unhappy women? How come that I have thousands of videos showing women crying, complaining they can't find a man? How come I can show all these videos if women now are more happy than ever before and they're fine being single? Just in this video I showed 10, 15, 20 women I don't know. How can I find so many women? I've made four videos, including this one, in the last 4 days, one after the other. All of women complaining that they can't find men. So, who's lying? Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you on the next one.